So in continuation, next is these terms topoisomerases. So they are the enzymes. As you can see that they are the enzymes really. So what are enzymes? They are proteinous materials or protein like protein structure. They are protein structure really that is involved in supercoiling, whether it's a positive or a negative supercoil of your DNA. So there are two classes. It's discussed here. The class one. Class one cut the phosphodiester bond of the strand of DNA, while the other end pass the other end through and then reseal the backbone. So it cuts and reseal. So that's the class one topoisomerase. Again, an enzyme which has something to do with coiling, supercoiling. Then you have class 2 topoisomerases. Cut both strands of DNA, pass one of the remaining DNA helix between the cut ends, and then reseal. So type 2 is cutting both strands. So the first category cuts only one particular strand. As you can see for the first one, if you cut the first one and then reseal it back, um, and then reseal it back, giving O2. But anyway, that's the definition of your topoisomerases. You have another here word DNA gyrase. It is a bacterial, so it's an enzyme. It's a topoisomerase enzyme from a bacteria, a DNA gyrase that introduces negative supercoils into DNA. The DNA gyrase is one type of a topoisomerase which can be found in bacteria that introduces negative supercoils. It's giving us information about how 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 they have discovered supercoiling. Supercoiling has been observed experimentally in natural occurring DNA. Particular strong evidence come from electron micrographs. So electron micrographs is a device wherein they can look at the molecular level of molecules, of course. They have evidences from electron micrographs that clearly showed coiled structures in circular DNA from a number of different sources. So if you have a established already number of base pairs for every coiling, if they have observed that is not observed, so they can rule out that supercoiling thing. So they've already seen this with respect to monitoring probably some DNA. uh, okay, see the DNA is cut and conformational change. Again, that word conformation comes from organic chemistry. Then meaning that if you have a different formation from a particular, let's say from a stable point of view of the DNA, we call it conformation. Just like the cis-trans conformation of your double bond from your organic chemistry, wherein you have a cis-trans conformation your usual hexagonal compounds. um, they usually twist in terms, meaning because the bond usually rotates, so you have conformation. So just like as this, when the DNA twists in a way to probably to uh, twist in a way from its normal or stable form, so we call it conformation. Don't be, I'm just talking about those words. Then gyrase, gyrase for your um, that bacterial topoisomerase. How does supercoiling takes place in eukaryotic cell? So eukaryotic cell is the cell of a um, more complicated, just like us. Eukaryotic, the cell makeup, cell makeup is usually eukaryotic. For simple cell bacteria, and can rule out as a prokaryotic. Supercoiling DNA of eukaryotes such as plants and animals is more complicated than the supercoiling of the circular DNA from prokaryotes. Of course, the complicated, those more complicated cell has also more complicated supercoiling in terms of discussion. So that's what it says here. Anyway, you have the term chromatin. Chromatin is a complex of DNA and a protein. So meaning it's a combination or probably a DNA with a protein side found in eukaryotic nuclei. So it's inside the nucleus of eukaryotic cell. You have a complex, meaning there's a mix or somewhat a bond between DNA and a protein type. So we call that chromatin. And then we have here histones, basic proteins found complex to eukaryotic DNA. Usually this one is makes the DNA tidy. I think histones really are the one that holds your DNA so that it can intact. I mean, it can place itself more beautifully, or what we call mas surugok, yan, mas tidy, di rin nagkakalat, yan, that is the word. Forgive me for really lack vocabulary, of course. Histones, and then you have nucleosome. This is a globular structure in chromatin. So, meaning, chromatin, a complex of DNA protein, when it is in terms of somewhat a nice structure, maupay tiya pagkabutok, maupay tiya pagkahigot, maupay tiya pagka-arrange, ito nga imo chromatin. We call it a nucleosome, a globular structure in chromatin, in which DNA is wrapped around an aggregate of histone molecule. So, maupay tiya, tidy yan, tiya pagkabutok. But anyway, you can, I think, DNA is being discussed here. What is the normal and versus, since it's talking about the supercoiling a while ago. So, and then this one is the histone. You have your nucleosome, and then this histones is where the uh, core of eight histone. Eight. This one is a core of eight histone molecules wrapped with two turns of DNA. That's how DNA is tidied. Meaning, di rin nagkakalat nga magalahin magkabuhol-buhol because they are wrapped in histone. Which are when a histone liwat is they are a group of course, uh, group of compounds gapon that where the DNA binds. So you have a DNA and then it wraps around histone. Observe genetic variation. The rate of mutation surrounding nucleosomes is not constant. Substitution mutations peak in the nucleosomes themselves and are at low point in the linker region. Conversely, insertion and deletion, I think I have already, the video is long enough, so I stop at